Welcome to the Childcare Director's Chair, the podcast for bold educators who are ready to lead, grow, and shake things up in early childhood education. Whether you're a teacher eyeing that lead role, a lead stepping into leadership, or a center owner dreaming big, this is your space to grow with purpose and leave your mark. Hosted by heart-centered leadership coach Erica Saccoccio, each episode brings you real talk, actionable tools, and a contagious laugh or two, all designed to help you step into your next level with confidence. So pour your coffee, pop in those earbuds, and take your seat, because your leadership journey starts right now in the Childcare Director's Chair.
Hey guys, all week we've explored the hidden layers of leadership communication. Why speaking up builds influence, why confidence is a skill, why silence weakens your authority, and why over-explaining can unintentionally dilute your message. And at the center of it all is one powerful truth. Leadership is language. And in this final episode for the week, we're going to bring everything together and focus on how words you choose as a childcare director directly shape trust, culture, and credibility. You'll learn how everyday phrases either strengthen or weaken your leadership presence, plus 5 practical strategies to immediately improve the way you communicate with your team. So if you're ready to strengthen your leadership communication and speaking skills, this episode will help you shift from a reactive language to a more intentional leadership communication. So welcome back to the Childcare Director's Chair podcast. If you don't know, I'm Erica Saccoccio, the host of this amazing show, and we're so happy you are here today. Shout out to all of our peeps who tune in on a regular basis. I'm going to say this. If you're listening all week, you already noticed a theme. We've been talking about communication, but not just communication. We've been talking about leadership through language. We've talked about speaking up and how silence slowly weakens your influence. We talked about confidence being a skill, not a personality trait. And we talked about over-explaining and how using too many words can dilute your message. But today we're going to pull it all together. Because there's one thing I want you to take away from this entire week. It's this. Your leadership is being shaped by your language every single day. Not your title, not your experience, not your intentions, but your language. And the words that you choose in meetings, the way you respond to pressure, the way you explain your decisions, and the way that you handle disagreements, all of that is either building up trust or slowly eroding it. And most leaders don't even realize it's happening, because it's not the big speeches that define leadership. It's the small moments of communication that happen every day. So let's get practical. I want to give you 5 language shifts that will immediately strengthen trust, clarity, and leadership presence. Now, these aren't theory. These are actual tools you can use tomorrow. Number 1, replace justification with direction. Instead of saying, I'll explain why we're doing this, try this out. Here's the decision moving forward. One builds confidence and the other one invites doubt. Leaders don't need to prove every decision. They do need to communicate direction clearly enough that people can move toward them. Number 2 is replace hesitation language with ownership language. Instead of saying, I think maybe we should try this. Here's what I recommend based on what we know right now. Because hesitation creates uncertainty in your leadership presence. And ownership language creates stability even when directions and decisions are evolving. And, we pivot so much in this field. I really, really love that one. Number 3, I'm going to say, replace over-explaining with one clear message. Many directors lose their message in layers of explanation. So here's the shift. Say the message once. Say it clearly, then stop. For example, the schedule will change starting Monday. That's it. If people need more, they will ask. But clarity builds trust. Excessive words create confusion. Number 4, replace emotional buffering with professional clarity. This is when leaders soften every message so much that the point actually disappears. Instead of saying, I'm so sorry, or I feel bad about this, but we might after that, try this. This is the decision. Here's what it means for us. You can certainly be kind without diluting your message, and you can be compassionate without losing clarity. Number 5, replace reactive language with intentional language. This is one that changes everything. Reactive language sounds like this. We have no choice. I just feel like what everyone is saying, blank. Intentional language sounds like, here's what we're deciding, or here's what we need to do, or here's the direction we are taking. One is an emotional leadership, and the other is a grounded leadership. And your team doesn't need emotional processing for every decision that you make. They need direction that they can trust. Now, behind all 5 of these shifts, they are not about sounding perfect. They are about sounding clearer. Because trust in leadership doesn't come from how much you explain yourself. It comes from how consistently people understand you. So let me bring this whole week together for you. When you don't speak up, you weaken your influence. When you treat confidence like a personality, you're going to delay your growth. When you over-explain, you're diluting your message. And when your language lacks intention, you slowly lose trust without even realizing it. And that's why language matters so much in leadership. Because your team isn't just listening to your decisions. They are experiencing your leadership through your words. So here's your challenge moving forward. Don't just focus on what you say. Focus on how you say it, how much you say, and whether it builds clarity or it builds confusion. Because at the end of the day, the goal isn't to be the most articulate leader in the room. The goal is to be the clearest. And clarity is what people follow. So thank you for joining me on another episode of the Childcare Director's Chair podcast. If this week has challenged you, stretched you, or made you rethink the way you communicate, go back and listen again. Because leadership language doesn't change in one moment. It changes in repetition. So until next time, lead with clarity, intention, and impact. And as always, have a great day.
That's a wrap for this episode of the Childcare Director's Chair, where we believe leaders aren't born, they're grown. If something sparked for you today, share it, shout it out, or pass it along to the next bold changemaker in childcare. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and stay connected with Erica Saccoccio for more real talk leadership tools and a whole lot of inspiration. Until next time, lead with heart, grow with fire, and always remember, the chair is yours. Now own it.